Hi, my name is Dusty Hyland and we're here at DogTown CrossFit. Virtuosity is going beyond the fundamental. It's about applying exceptional position and finding a fluidity and artistry to your movement. It's making it look effortless, and that's what we're after in this video series. This season is about handstand and handstand walking, but it's not going to be enough to just take a couple steps on your hands. We're going to get you comfortable and balanced, and by the end of the season, you'll be walking on your hands right up a flight of stairs. Our mission is to develop exceptional movement in everything that we do, starting with the basic fundamentals of CrossFit, and that's what Virtuosity is about. Welcome to Season 2. Our first episode is on handstand position. So, we're gonna start on the floor. We're gonna really dial it back, as we always do, start with hollow position and how it applies midline stability to the optimal handstand position. Mike's on the floor, hands are on his quads. Now we're gonna have him reach his hands over his head, shoulder width apart. He's gonna pretend like he's in his handstand. He's going to press through the shoulders, making his body as long as possible, squeezing that hollow, pointing his toes, and bringing his head back to neutral and looking with his eyes. We're gonna hold that for 5 to 10 seconds and just use that as a drill. Our next piece and our next drill is what I like to call our handstand position wall drill. We're gonna take that puppy, that hollow position we just dialed in with Mike, we're gonna put him on his stomach facing the wall. Now check this out. His hands are going to be set up on the wall, just like as if he was in a handstand position. Fingers are wide. Obviously, we want to create balance in our handstand, so creating and establishing good position, even with the grip of our hands, is important. Now he's going to push his body long, just like as he would in his handstand, through his shoulders, and then squeezing and shortening the rib cage. And right here, you're going to see literally that lumbar arch flatten out. You'll actually almost see his hips tuck under a little bit, his glutes turn on, and then ultimately squeezing his toes and heels together in a perfect mimicked handstand position. Yes, we are on our stomach, but yes, this really helps with establishing good position before we get upside down. Our next piece, and this is a big one, all right? We need to get people comfortable upside down before we can start really working on this handstand piece. And how do we do that? Well, we need to know a couple things. So we're gonna have Mike set up in his push-up position. And we know Mike's got a good push-up, but let's give you some prereqs here again. Hands are gonna mimic where they're going to be in the handstand position, just outside the shoulders. We're gonna spread those fingers wide, and we're gonna contract a hollow position even in our push-up. The top of our push-up should look like this. We're gonna tuck our toes under. We're gonna be on the back of our toenails. We're gonna engage our glutes, contract our hollow, and then lower in a nice 3-second negative through the push-up. Stay active at the bottom and press to the top. This tells us more about ourselves and what we're really prepared to do. Our next step will be to get inverted. We're gonna watch Mike actually walk his feet into his hands. We've done this with the INCHWORM push-up. A lot of people use this movement, but it's mimicking a handstand. We're now gonna put our feet on a box, and they're gonna be on the center of the box, okay? And then we're going to open that shoulder angle up to the closest it can be to inversion or handstand position here. Again, we're gonna see Mike push through his shoulders, contract his hollow, and get his hips over his shoulders, over his hands. So by now you should have a feeling for proper position and form. In the next episode, we're going to refine these movements and we're gonna attack balance position. And in the coming weeks, just as we did in our last series of videos on the muscle up, we're gonna take you step by step. We're gonna get you upside down in your hands, walking on them, and then up that flight of stairs. See you next time.